Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the start of Season 7 in Munich. And today we're going to bring you all the transfers in and out. We're going to bring you the first game of the season because it is an absolute gem of a fixture that the fixture computer has given us. And we're going to do the Champions League group stage draw as well. That'll be after the first game. We've already played a couple of games in the season, but first we're going to get into the transfers. These are the outs. So these are the players that have gone out. Elias Pereira is the first one to Valencia for £16 million. That can go up to just above 19 million with add-ons and stuff like that, because he wanted to leave. People came in for him in January. I kept him until the summer, and yeah, he's now gone to Valencia. Vaclav Černý is the second one out. He's gone to Empoli for £13 million. You already know about Velasquez and Kartovikas to Tigres and Lyon, respectively. Mbula out to San Lorenzo for £6.5 million. Gomez to Mönchengladbach at £5.75 million. So we'll see Angel Gomez sometime this season, as well as Alejandro Marquez. He's gone to Dusseldorf for £4 million, and then a couple of youngsters, plus a load of youngsters out on loan to get first team experience to come back and play for us. So they're all the outs. This is the ins, and these are the boys that are going to take us to that next level. And this is the first man we got in. So Pereira went out, and I need a new left back because DeMarco is going to be a backup. And this is the kid that we got in, Leonardo Martinez from Spal, £9 million, an absolute steal of a fullback. Yes, he's only 2.5-star current ability. He's got 4-star potential ability, and he's a wonder kid as well. So I think he's going to be brilliant in that fullback role. We play fullbacks now rather than wing-backs. Slight change to the formation. Crossing will get better over time, as will all the other attributes. Good physicals for someone who's only 20 years old. Great mentals for someone who's only 20 years old as well. But Leandro Martinez is the first one in the van. And yeah, he's going to be a brilliant signing for us in the future. Second one in was Daniel Vicente from a Spanish side, Gijon. And we got him in for £8 million. Again, another wonder kid. I went a little bit wonder kid mental, but I think this kid is absolutely superb. A good player to bring in. Great physicals. If you have here, 16 acceleration, 16 balance, 17 pace, 16 stamina. Awesome physicals. Really good mentals in the places that you need him to with regards to being a central defender. Good heading, good marking, good tackling, good work rate, good teamwork. All in all, is going to be a fantastic player for us. Already a 3-star current ability, up to a 4-star potential ability, but I think he looks better than that anyway. And yeah, Daniel Vicente, one of our first centre-backs in. The second centre-back comes from the youth squad. We needed some new impetus on that right-hand side, and I brought in 2 wonder kids, one on loan and one for a big fee. This one was on loan from Arsenal. Guilherme Cordia, Frenchman from Arsenal, and I think he'll be a really good rotation signing for us. Good crossing, good dribbling, great physicals on the boy, and good technique. Passing needs a little bit of work, but we'll work on that during the season. We did wonders with Rian Bruce. I think we can do wonders with this Cordier guy as well. But got him in on loan, 3-star current, 5-star potential. All in all, a fantastic loan signing to have, just in case people go off the boil. But this is the man that we paid big money for. Probably our record signing. Jose Antonio Oliver, Belgian from Club Bruges. And we sold it. We bought him for £24.5 million. And boy, look at the man. I think he's probably up there with Rian Bruce with how good he will be. Great physicals on the boy. And then his technicals aren't too bad as well. Crossing, dribbling, first touch, passing and technique, plus a good work rate and good off the ball as well. As a right-sided winger, he will do the absolute business this season. Jose Antonio Oliver is in, and probably my best signing ever on FM. And finally, yes, you are seeing the name Phil Foden on your screens, and we got him on a free transfer from Manchester City. Don't ask me how. He was leaving City at the end of last season. I waited until, I think, mid to the end of June to snap him up. And yeah, we got him on a free transfer, as you can see there. And he's going to be awesome in that attacking midfielder role. Good dribbling, good first touch, good passing, good technique, good vision, good teamwork, good flair, good anticipation, good physicals as well. But Phil Foden is in the van, and he's a 1860 Munich player, and I cannot wait to get all of those players gelled into the first team and go a little bit further in the Champions League, a little bit further in the German Cup, and hopefully retain our title this year. So this is the squad. We've brought a couple of players up from the youth team as well. First one, Nikolai Lorette. He's been out on loan a few times over the last couple of years. Wolfsburg, Dresden and Heidenheim. So 3rd division, 2nd division and the Bundesliga. Last season, 28 appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists and 1 player of the match for Nikolai Lorette. Play on that right hand side or up front if we need him to. So he will be in and around the squad this season. The second one was Anthony Bohini, a good striker, going to be in and around the first team while Fran and Frangen get some game time elsewhere, and next season we'll probably go out on loan again. But can play advance forward, complete forward, pressing forward, any of those 3 in that front line. Finishing and composure probably need the biggest ones that need a little bit of work. Good physicals though for someone who's only 19, and Anthony Bohini is the next academy player to come through. And then finally, Frank Strel. He will be an absolute beast at the back. Only 18 years old at the minute, but his attributes are absolutely phenomenal. 13 heading, 16 marking, 12 tackling. Really good mentals. Bravery needs a little bit of work, but that will come with time and experience. Good anticipation, good positioning, and then great physically as well. 6 foot of man as well. So Frank Strel, the 3rd inductee or promotion from the academy. Plus, we still have the likes of Strangle, Lenz, to Harvey, all in here as well as Yannick Bunk, who will miss out with suspension today. But that is the squad. How do you feel we've done? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Get involved and let me know how you think we've done. I think we've done absolutely fantastically to bring in those players: Martinez, Foden, Oliver. And we've also got Carlos Antonio, we brought in January. Just needs to settle down into the first team, and I think he will be an astonishing player as well. But again, comment section down below. Get involved. Let me know how you think we've done in this summer transfer window. Here we go then. Going to go through the season preview as well. And as you can see on that left-hand side, we are looking to be around the 5th position according to the bookie. 7-1 to win the league. Bayern top with 3-1 odds. Borussia Dortmund 4-1. Leverkusen 5-1. Leipzig 6-1. Wolfsburg just below us 8-1, and then there's a massive gap between the top 6 and then Schalke and Werder Bremen. So going to be a very, very close title campaign this season, and yeah, we're going to be in and around that, and hopefully we'll be able to win another title, at least go close. I've played a few games since the start of the season, and Fixture Computer, as I said, has pulled out an absolute corker of a first game of the season. And as you can see, Leverkusen we will play today, and hopefully get massive revenge on that 5-0 defeat against them at the kind of middle to end of last season. And yeah, it's been an absolute corker of a fixture. We have played the Super Cup. We beat Leipzig 2-0. Edemario from the penalty spot, and Nikolai Lorette coming off the bench and scoring a goal. His first goal for the club, and I think he will be a fantastic substitute to come in as and when we need a little bit of impetus down that right hand side, a little bit like Yannick Bunk did in his first full season. And then we played a full rotation side against Karlsruhe and just got through to the next round of the German Cup. They took us to extra time, and Jose Antonio Oliver scored in the 105th minute, again coming off the bench himself to wrap up that win. And the competitions are as we see. We got Sandhausen in the second round of the German Cup, and we won the Super Cup. But let's get into this first and only game of today, and it's against Leverkusen. So this is the lineup against Leverkusen. We've got Radi in goal, Hoover, Clayton, Diakabe and Martinez is the back line. Rios and Edemario are the midfield two. They'll be my midfield two going forward. McKennie really does completely drop out of the kind of starting 15. Oliver on the right, Hudson-Odoi on the left, Foden in behind, Tammy Abraham on the bench, Vincente, Strangle, Lenz, Cordia, Llorente, Tahavi and Carlos Antonio. Let's go and see if we can exact some revenge on Leverkusen. Diakabe, 5 minutes into the game, gets the attack started. Hudson-Odoi into Tammy Abraham. Oliver on that right-hand side, and he scores his second goal of the season. He will be an absolute amazing player for us, Jose Antonio Oliver, and he's put us 1-0 ahead. Second goal of the season. Tammy Abraham, Hudson-Odoi getting that ball through to Tammy. Tammy holds the ball up, plays the right ball through to Oliver, and he just drills that across the keeper. Cannot save it. 1-0 to Munich. Oliver racing over the top to get to that ball, whips that ball in but can't find a blue shirt. Edemario picking that ball up, passes to Foden, goes for shot himself and shoots just over. These new boys really settling in quickly. For all go here in this game. Brandt coming in on that left hand side, and Raddy needs to make that save, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Antonio Jose getting the game underway from a goal kick, and Clayton nods that on to Edemario, knocks it down to Rios, out to Oliver. Rios has gone again, but we have to go back into Foden. Can he find a through ball? Goes out to Martinez on that left-hand side, into Hudson-Odoi, back to Edemario, the linchpin in the midfield. Martinez back to Hudson-Odoi again. Lovely ball over the top to Oliver. Back into Abraham, and he makes it 2. Tammy Abraham picks up where he left off last season. His first, hopefully, of many, many goals. And Oliver with a goal and assist at his home debut here in Munich. Hudson-Odoi, lovely ball over the top. He whips that ball into Oliver, who then acutely passes it back to Tammy Abraham. He makes it 2-0 within 14 minutes. Paulinho on that left-hand side into Gedson, back to Paulinho just before half-time. Nate over the top to Hurwitz. He's in on goal. Hurwitz one-on-one with Raddy, and that's a great save and a great block by Raddy and Clayton to get that ball away and keep it down to 2-0. Hudson-Odoi with a free kick into that back post, but can't find a blue shirt. Gedson taking his time. He's just going to play it short to Paulinho into Nate. Nate now over the top again, but Clayton should cut that out, and he does. Goes back to Raddy, and he finds a lovely ball out to Hoover, into Phil Foden, into Edemario. Good play here from Munich. Edemario is just taking his time, not rushing. We're 2-0 up. We can take our time. Hudson-Odoi down that left-hand side into Tammy Abraham. Heads it just over. Good play from the boys in the middle. And that's half-time. 2-0 to Munich, and a dominant display from us here. It's just what we wanted after the humiliation of last time. Hoover's picked up a little bit of a knock, so we're going to bring Strangle on that right hand side. I'm just going to say to my guys, I'm pleased with your performance. Keep it up in the second half and score some more goals. Coming into 10 minutes of the second half, and our star man on that right hand side, Oliver, picking up an injury, but we can put Cordier out there as well. Like for like swap, really, to be fair, but hopefully not out for too long. Strangle into Rios. He's got Edemario there. Loads of space, and Edemario goes for a long shot. Just over, and other than the injury and that, nothing really to report in this second half. Edemario out to Strangle again. Loads of time and space there. Into Cordier. Whips that ball into Tammy Abraham, and Foden hits a shot, and the keeper and the defender get the ball away to keep it down to 2-0. Retsos into Hurwitz, over the top, trying to find Foden. Strangle nods that down, but only as far as Gedson. Out to Julian Brandt, into Konate on that left-hand side. Raddy comes out and commands his area really, really well there, and we get the game underway from a Raddy throw to Diakabe. Diakabe now into Martinez, but has to play it back. They're pressing really high here. Leverkusen, and Raddy, lovely ball out to Hudson-Odoi. We're on the counter-attack. We're behind the midfield. Into Rios, takes that really well. Gets the ball out to Cordier, goes for goal. Shoots just over. A couple of minutes to go in this game now. And that is it. Full time whistle goes. We wanted retribution. We wanted a little bit of revenge, and we got it. Munich 2, Leverkusen 0. Domination here from us, really. Only sour note, though, Oliver being injured. Hopefully he's not out for too long. We'll see how long he's out for, and then go straight to the Champions League draw. Hoover's out for a couple of days, and Oliver is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. So a lengthy one, but hopefully won't miss too many games, because I think there'll be, because we're August, September time, there'll be an international break in there somewhere. So hopefully be back sooner rather than later. But Champions League draw to come. I'll see you when we get there. Here we go then. Champions League draw again in the first pot. So let's just skip through these. We're in Group G. So the only team we can't get is Bayern. The rest look very, very scary. Inter or Napoli. So the Italian sides will be grand. But they're all pretty strong in there. So let's just draw the teams. Can't get Madrid, can't get Tottenham, Napoli are gone, Inter are gone. We can't get Bayern, so it's either City, who knocked us out last season, Monaco, probably the better out of the last three, or Barca. Sporting to get Barca, City go to Dortmund, so we get Monaco. Not too bad. Bayern, Liverpool, wow, what a group. Third set of teams, Bayern we can't get, and the rest of them, Juve, the only ones that you really want to miss. So let's just skip through Zenit, Valencia, Shakhtar, Juve go into Barcelona and Sporting's group. Very, very tough draw. We can get any of the three, and to be fair, I'll be happy with any of those. Porto are the ones to go into our group, and then the final pot, again, I'll be happy with absolutely any of them, to be brutally honest. We can get Basel, Standard Liège, or Copenhagen, and we are going to get Copenhagen from Denmark. Still tough draws. Porto is still a tough place to go away and get a result, as is Monaco. But we're going to have enough, especially with our squad this season, to get through that relatively comfortably and go into the knockout rounds. So that's it for this episode. We will be back for the Monaco Champions League group stage game, and then Dusseldorf away from home. That'll be the next two games coming at you tomorrow at 5:30. But that is it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, when we bring you Monaco and Dusseldorf, I'll see you soon.